Alrighty, good morning everyone, 01 of 1 here, how's it going? We are currently waiting on our textures to load in. And they're coming in a little slowly, but that's alright. There we go. I can't quite read that yet. So I think we'll give it another little bit of time. Alright, so in this episode, well, we've got our DiGiorno parked back in its little hidey hole, so that is good. But I have discovered something. We don't have enough storage, and that's kind of a problem. And so what I think I'm going to do is this whole area back here, I am going to convert somehow into storage. And I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. I was also hoping that I could put in some additional thrusters down in here because we are extremely heavy now. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. So yeah, I mean, this is just, it's going to be very interesting to try to get this thing going. Because I do want to keep the door that's back there, the big gate, and I want to build a sort of crane system down there that can like go to a certain area, like it'll move over here. There'll be some storage of something over there. It can go grab it and then pull it in and then move it down and then move it out of the door to be loaded onto something. And then it'll pull back in, go to the next place, and then maybe pull from there, then bring it back in, then move it back down, and then push it out. So it's not making a lot of sense right now, but I promise you it will once I get it going. And we're going to be doing this with small grid instead of large grid because we can only fit so many of these down there, but we might be able to fit a number of the other things in here. So we have a lot of stuff that we have to go through. I mean, we've got 8 million. Well, we have 67,000 uranium plus the other 75,000 that we picked up from the behemoth. We've got 8.5 million iron. I mean, we have so much stuff. It is ridiculous. And then we have all of this, which is pretty much all the way full. And then we have this, which is not full, but this is like for all of our stuff. But even that's taking in additional components that can't fit anywhere else. And then this one is all the way full, and that's got all kinds of stuff in there. So, and that's just these ones. The DiGiorno's 2 large grid storage containers are also full. Well, I don't know if I would say they're full, but they have stuff in them because there's nowhere else for it to go. And we also, actually, let me go this way. So this is the little hangar. And that goes out into here. That's the med bay up there. But yeah, so if we take a look at these are very nearly full as well. So I had to use all of that just to clean up everything around here, which we have done. So you can see there's not much left around here floating. Maybe some wreckage here and there, but all of the incisors have been cleared up. The behemoth has been cleared up. And then if we go down into here, let's see, and we check down here into the storage in here. Let's see, large container. And then we're looking for the one that is white, not orange. Okay, so here we go. So this has got 1.87 million. And then this one also has 180,000. So we don't have enough room for everything, basically, is kind of what it boils down to. And then also I need to figure out what to do with these legendary motors. And I think I have enough to build what I need to build. So I got 550 there, another 537 there. So that's definitely enough to build the legendary production assembler thing. Yeah, so here's the DiGiorno, kind of just chilling in its little hidey hole thing. Let's see, and then can we fit up through there? Yes, we can. Okay. So I could build more of these and put them out here for extra storage, but I kind of want to have something, I don't know, like internal, in case these ones decide to get blown up by something. I mean, you never know, right? And then I was hoping that I could get some more, and of course I can't open this from in here because I don't have a button set up for this, but that's okay. I was hoping to get more thruster set up in here, and I might be able to do one set here, so a couple there pointing this way and that way. I might be able to make that work, but that depends on how much space there is between here. But then that's going to take away room from potential storage areas. So, and then I can't put any thrusters up here because there's not enough room for the flames, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. And then this could all potentially be filled in, made to look like a big square box, which would probably be easier, but I don't know. I don't know. And plus, another thing that I'm gonna have to do is try to figure out how to get small grid conveyor systems in here. And I mean, everything in here right now is large grid, so I mean, I don't know, maybe I should just start filling in stuff. I mean, I could do that, right? Let's see, access, I should have access in here. Plate, give me all of that, and some more, because I'm probably gonna need it. And then I have to get this thing all lit up as well. But yeah, this is probably gonna be a project that takes a few episodes to try to figure out. Just because I don't have a good idea in my head yet on how this is gonna work. Because I'm gonna have to put some sort of like a rail system in here, so I can, you know, have like a little thing that can move back and forth, and it can have pistons that'll move out, grab stuff, pull it back in towards the center here, and then be able to rotate, and then push it out here towards this, open up the door, and then push it actually outside the ship, or something like that. I don't know. And then also I have to make room for this, which is gonna be interesting. And then I feel like I could do something up in here. I don't know what I could do in here, but I could do something up in here. Because if I have a rail system on here, and this is kind of moving back and forth between, you know, that wall and this wall. I don't even know, man. I mean, I could put a connector on here, so that way it can connect into here, and that'll be like its docking position, which I suppose I could probably do now, just to kind of give myself an idea of what I want to do. So let's get some regular plate, if I could spell, of course. Here we go. Okay, so that'll go there, and that'll be where we dock at. And then if I do a sort of rack and wheel system, what would be the best way to do that?
Energy low.
And apparently I need to have some place to sit down here, so let me see. If I put a survival kit down here, how is that gonna fit? I mean, I could put it in there like that, I suppose, but then I would need to get it hooked up somehow. I mean, I suppose I don't need to if I'm just going to use this for power. Because then that will allow me to, you know, get whatever power I need. And then if I'm really feeling like I want to have oxygen and hydrogen, I mean, that would probably be a good idea, honestly, if I'm thinking about it. So we would want to go off of here and then into there. So let's see, let me take out this, take out that. And then probably take out these two as well. Okay. And then I'm gonna need interior plates. So I'm gonna have to get some of those. Let's see, interior plate. We'll get rid of some of those. And grab some of that. So that should be good. Okay, so then from here we need to do a T, and that'll be like that, and like that. And I don't need both of these in there, but it would just make everything, you know, be, what's the word? There's a word that I'm thinking of, symmetrical, yeah. So it would make everything be symmetrical, and now I have gas. A lot of the good stuff. So that is probably a good thing to do there. So I'm good with that. That means that I could potentially replace this block right here with a T, but I mean, I don't need to. But then again, no, I don't need to. I don't need to. That can stay there. That's fine. Okay, so we've got this down here in case we need to heal, do whatever we need to do, recharge our gases. Okay, so I'm thinking if we're gonna do a rail system, we're gonna need mass blocks on the things, that way it pulls down. Because otherwise it's just going to float in between everything, and that's not really going to do us much good. Okay, so let me see. Then we need no, not girders. Beams. So what do these look like? Or do I want to go with this? And then I could potentially set some wheels up in there. And then we'll just put that into 4 of these for now. Now, if I did the half block, I think it would be out here on this side. Actually, let me just test that out. Yeah, so it would be in there like that. So, I mean, that could potentially work. I mean, it would make the back end of this look a little bit better. So maybe I do that instead and I just make this extra wide. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Okay, and then this has got to get taken out from this side. Okay. And then if we do it like this. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy right now, so I'm just gonna apologize ahead of time for that. All right, so let's see. So there are a couple ways that I could do this. I could have a wheel kind of pull down based on gravity and move that way. Or I could have the wheel sit inside of here and push against this back wall. And then I could get some pistons in there, and then I wouldn't have to worry about the mass blocks. This thing would have to stay relatively straight, though, so not sure how that would happen. Or I could do rotors. Rotors would work, right? Rotors with a 3x... No, it'd have to be... Would it be a 3x3? I don't know. How did I do it on the crane up on the top deck? Let me just check that out real quick, see what I did, and then see if that would be something that we should... Okay, so that's how I did this. That's a lot of rotors. I don't really want to use that many, if I can help it anyways. I mean, this works for what it is, which is, you know, non-gravity reliant, which is great for what this is supposed to do. But for what I'm trying to do in here, where it's all just small grid stuff, I don't know how important that would be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could potentially get a wheel here and a wheel here, and then have like another wheel up on the top here to kind of run along the side. So that way this wheel up on top, it would be a vertical wheel here, would be kind of pushing everything downwards. And then the wheel that's, the wheel that would be in here would be pushing upwards against this sort of ledge thing, I guess. And then the wheel that runs this way would just work to keep everything centered. So maybe that's something I could do. But at the same time, how do I get it built in here? Well, I mean, I would need small grid to large grid somehow, and I could put that kind of down here and then kind of build up and in. I think that would probably work. And then, I mean, hopefully that would work. And I don't think I would need too much in the way of wheels, which would make everything work really, really easily. But then I'm also going to need to put in control panels on the wheels, so that way they're considered a smart grid and the build and repair units don't take them down. So, I mean, I guess all we can do is just start and see what we can come up with. So I'll go with this guy here to do the small grid stuff. Small head, then lock the rotor. Okay, so that should work to kind of build us up in here. I don't know. I need... Oh yeah, alloy blocks can't go small grid. Okay. Oh wait, why am I going in here? I have the connector. Okay, so... There we go. So that is something that we could hopefully build off of now. And then immediately what I need to put on here is a control panel. So we'll do that. That will make that a smart grid, so that way it won't get taken apart. Okay, good. Okay, and then we'll do this here. And then I need to get in another connector in here somehow, some way. Okay, that's too close. We need to go up, what, to here? Yeah, okay. So we'll put this in here for now. Unable to place, why? Why are we unable to place? Hang on. Let's increase the displacement and see if that allows us to place it. Does not. Okay. I mean, I should be able to place it in here now, right? So, I don't know, I think the hitbox for this and the hitbox for this, for some reason, they don't like each other. So, I guess that's just gonna be how it is. And then we'll bring this all the way in. Still isn't close enough, but, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. Something I could do is put a little piston in here. That might actually be a good idea. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll take that off, and that should be good. And then we'll just build off of here. That is not where you were supposed to go. Okay. And then get a little piston in here. There we go. Now that'll make everything past this a subgrid, so we're going to need another control panel on here. Or if we build fast enough. Let's see, max distance is 2 meters. Is that what we want? No, we only need like half a meter. 5. Okay. So I think that should work. And then I'll throw a control panel on here real quick. Yeah, we can just put it there for now. Okay, so now we should be able to build off of here. And then, honestly, instead of a connector here, it would probably be better to have a merge block. But that would require large grid, and that's... how would I even do that? I don't think there is a way for me to do that. So we'll just leave it for now, I guess, and then we will reverse this, get it in there close. There we go. And now we can lock in. Okay, good to go. So now I can build, what is that? Assertive, prepare for boarding? Yeah, right. Good luck, sir. Good luck. Unless you're coming in from a blind spot, you're gonna get wrecked. Okay. So that should lock this in. So then I could potentially get rid of all of this and just use this as the anchor point. So we'll do that. And we'll just kind of break all of this off. And then that's gonna have to go in that's gonna have to go. And then we'll just let the build and repair units take care of everything else. Okay. So that'll be good there. This is now locked into place, so that shouldn't be able to move at all. Okay, so now let's figure out what we can do with our wheel situation, or our track situation. Okay, so this goes, there should be half a block left over, yeah. Okay, and that should be the same over here on this side. That is not where you were supposed to go. And then one more, and that should work well. Okay. All right, so now we need to figure out how to get the wheel in here to work. I'm thinking we're gonna have to place it off of this block. And then do a rotor. That is a drone coming in. Okay, good. So that fits there, which is what we needed. All right, and then we needed a 3x3 wheel, I think. Yeah. And then from that, we can put on a control panel, which we'll just grab that. Perfect. Okay. So that's in there. It's kind of doing its thing there. Okay, so then that will keep us aligned up here. And then we're going to need to align ourselves against this as well. Yeah, so that lines up pretty good. I'm good with that. And then we're going to need another tire in here. And I don't know how well that's going to work. So as you can see, like this kind of goes right up against the block. So like if this goes up one more block, then that wheel is pretty much exactly there. But down here, because this is kind of like in the middle, it's actually towards the bottom half. If I can get it good, no, down. Okay, something like that. So you can kind of see how this is kind of on the bottom half of this block. So it doesn't really work all that well. Let's see, what would be another way to do this? So I need something on here, because if I put another wheel like on the bottom, this whole thing will just float downwards. So that's not going to work. I mean, I could change this around a little bit, and instead of having these, I could have the half panels. And then that would be thin, and if I put it on the top of this block here, that would give this a perfect place to rest something on. But I like the look of this, though. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work. I mean, I could flip these around and then have the panel be on the inside where you're not really going to see it, unless, of course, you're looking down from there, which is kind of the point of making this thing look nice, right? I mean, there are other options as well, I'm sure. Like if I put a rotor on here and then I put a 45 with blocks in there and I put no more rotors on the edges of those, would that align in here? That's kind of the question right now. Okay, so I suppose the next thing that I could do is give myself a little bit more room. So let's start moving things around a little bit. So we're gonna go with something like this. Okay, so something like that, and then we can get rid of these ones. And then I have no idea if what I'm trying to do is going to work at all. I have zero clue. But, and then I could actually put it off of here. And then this would have to be there, which means that would have to be there. Okay. Okay, so stay with me here. We're going to put that there. And then, let's see, we'll put in a block here. And then we'll do something like this. And that's what we're going to build off of right there, because that'll allow us to kind of cut down that distance that we need to travel. So let's see, I need this to go in, nope, other direction. And then that's going to have to go to 315. Okay, and then we can go here. Wait, what are you doing? Okay, so then we'll go -45. Now, why? What are you doing? This is just being dumb. Okay, so that's what we want. It's just stupid. Okay, so then we can lock this. Rotor lock, there we go. And then make this a smart grid by putting that on there. Okay, so now we have this weird thing here. And we need to figure out how to make this work. So let's see, I want to put in something like this on either side. And then we'll bring that down into there. Okay. Now that needs to be up a little higher, I think. And then I could put in a 45 in here just to make it look interesting. Let's see. Yeah, that'll go in there like that. And then down here, let's see. No, there we go. And we can build this out a little bit down here. And then we'll put in just regular blocks here. All right, now I need to figure out where in all of this I need to place a rotor. And I'm thinking it might be on this block. So if we have the rotor there, wait, no, that's gonna have to get pushed in a lot farther. Okay, but is this roughly 2 blocks above this? That's kind of what I need to know here. So let me just get rid of that. And we have to move this in a little bit. Okay, so that'll bring us in another block, probably 2 blocks. But that's going to be too close to this, so it's probably not going to let me place the rotor in there if I do that. Yeah, that probably would have been too far. But, I mean, we can try it. See what happens. Okay, so it does let me put that in there at that level. But is it going to let me put in a wheel in here, on here? Oh my god, it does. Okay. But we are not making contact there, so that was not the right spot to put that. But you did see how we got it to be about a half block under this one. So I think we need to go down a little bit farther. So maybe onto this block. Oops, no, you can stay there. Actually, I do want to see where the wheel would be if I put it there. Alright, let me see. Okay, so no, that's up a little too high. Or too low, I should say. Okay. I mean, it would be nice if it would fit there, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see, can I put a 1x wheel on there? I should be able to, right? I just want to see what that's going to look like. And then we also have a 5x5, but... Okay, so that will put us there. So that could potentially work too, but the question is this a full block below? Okay, so let me just try some stuff out here. What if I were to put it in here on this block? Would we be able to make that work? It doesn't like it. Okay. Okay, so I mean, I could get rid of this block. And then that's interfering over there, so if I put it over here on this block instead, let me see, that's got to go like that. Okay, so now would that be roughly where it needs to be? And it looks like it would be, based on what I'm seeing here. Okay, so now the question is, can I put the beam back here? The answer is probably going to be a resounding no. Yeah, okay. So if we get rid of this, get rid of that, and then this is going to have to get moved bit. Okay, so let's see. So if we put 45 on here. I mean, I could take this out and just do 45s all the way across, which would probably make it look better. So let me just give that a shot. And then we'll see how that looks. And then we can get rid of this one because we don't need it. We can get rid of this one because we don't need it. Okay. And then I could move that in a bit farther. So it's not quite as long, and then we can make this a bit more compact, which I think would be good. I mean, hell, I could put it right on here if I really wanted to. There should be enough room. Yeah, so we'll do that kind of on center below the wheel there. And then we can get rid of this. Just turning all kinds of things into scrap here. Okay. Okay, so this is not going to let me... Oh, crap, and I got rid of the piston on here too. Well, that's unfortunate. Crap. Well, I mean, I guess gotta do what we gotta do, right? Okay, and then we'll lock this in place. Rudder lock, there we go. Then we'll build this out, and then we'll just merge it back together. Oh wait, no, I need pistons in here. A couple pistons? One piston? But we do one piston for now, because we're gonna have to make this a smart block. I mean, I could do multiple if I really wanted to, but I just need to make sure that this thing doesn't get destroyed, and I need to push this out far enough and then be able to bring it back in. So I think one should be sufficient. Okay, and then that's moved. That's not good. Nope, this one. Okay, so I need you to go that way. I need you to go. Okay, what's going on here? You are just able to go in the hacker. Okay. Okay, now once that starts moving in, that's gonna bounce around. Is it gonna help me place this block though? No? Okay, fine. Okay, so we will turn you off. And we'll see if we can kind of bounce you up a little bit. Wait, hold on. Let me back in here this way so that way I'm bouncing it up. Oh, that was too much. Too much. Too much. Or maybe just enough. I don't know. Who knows? Unable to place small. Why? Why you no place? Why you no place? Okay, so let me move this over. Probably way too much. Okay. Now I need you to go back this way. Actually, let's just turn you back on. Is that going to work? All right, let me bounce this up into here. Actually, I should probably keep that off. Too much. Way too much. Way too much. Okay. Okay. Is that enough? Okay, now we need to move it out a little bit, if I can get it to move out a little bit. Hello? Do you want to work with me? Okay, good. No, stay locked, stay close. We're almost there. Come on. Okay, is it moving? I can't tell. Oh, there we go. Okay, we are locked. Good to go. Good to go. All right, that was entirely too difficult, but okay. Okay, so that will allow us to push this out. Okay, that was interesting. And this thing just needs to be off. So that way it has no... it'll just spin freely, which is what we want. And then, okay, so now we can put this thing into there and there. And then we'll, one by one, put that in there and there. And then also control panels. Okay. And then we can get rid of this piece and that piece. Let's see if I can make this look any better. I don't have a piece that'll fit in there. We need sort of like a pyramid piece, which we don't currently have. But I can make do with what I got, I suppose. And that should work. Hopefully, anyways. Alright. Now, it looks like we're roughly where we need to be on there. So now if we bring this back in, will that go in there? And then also, you need to be off. You need to be off. Okay, so that is now in there where it needs to be, I think. And then we should be able to put that piece back in there. And then all I need to do is just make sure that these things are turning when I push it in. So, are they turning? Yes, they are all turning. Good. Good. They could use a little bit more friction, but that's okay. Okay. So I think this should be good for now. I think it kind of works, sort of, kind of, anyways. So we have that pushing up against that. We have these pushing down against this. So that'll keep us upright in here, but we also need to get our left and right sorted out. And I think for that, what would be the way to do that? I mean, I could use these little things here and just have them kind of pointed upwards here, which would be relatively easy, I think. We would need to drop down a block. Yeah, that should work. And then I need to figure out where that is going to be free from. So I think that will be good there. Maybe. think I should go out one more block. Okay, so we'll go out to here, and then we'll bring that in. And then this has got to push up against that block there. Which we're not going to be able to do. Hang on, hang on, hang on. If I did that at that point... Okay. Let's see, rotor... So if we move that up to there, or would we want to move it up one more? Probably one more, right? But then if we're going to move it up one more, then we could just run it straight off of here, which means I don't need this piece, this piece, this piece, or that piece. I do need that one, though. Okay, so if I do... Alright, so... Oh, that's not going to work. Because I need to put a control panel on the other side of the wheel, so I can't push off of here because the wheel would be up against that, and I can't put a control panel there. Okay. I don't know. So that would mean that I would have to push off of this bottom block here. And I kind of want to fix this as well and just have that just kind of be like a nice block thing going on here. Something like that.
Energy low.
I run out of energy very quickly down here. Okay, good to go. Okay, so we've got our pushing down, we've got our pushing up. Technically these are pushing up and this one is pushing down, but you know what I mean. So then I could make these the drive rotors, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. And these will just be the stabilizing ones. And then I'll do one set kind of here, and like another set up here or something like that, I don't know. And then the entire rest of this would be kind of down here, and that's going to have the rotors to spin things and grab things and pistons to move out and all kinds of fun stuff. But, okay, so let's see. I mean, honestly, I probably would have been better to have this back a bit farther. Is that not spinning? I mean, those are spinning. But that one's not spinning. That doesn't fill me with great confidence here. And these ones are barely touching here. And this one is barely touching there. So I think... I don't know how I should do this, actually. I mean, I like the way that this looks so far, but with this much, I guess, slack in here, I mean, we're going to have like a full block, like half block left over here and half block left over here. So like if we start drifting one way or the other way, could be a problem. And I would feel better if I had this whole thing back here, because that'll give us a bit more stability. So do I take all of this out and then put it back farther? Or do I just try to move this? I don't know. Well, I suppose a question would be, how far back can I go? Right? And then I suppose to answer that, we could kind of move some stuff around. See what kind of space we've got. And let's see. So that is going to go there, and then we'll do half blocks. Half block. You don't want to go there. Okay. Okay. So then we'd have to go kind of back off of this block to get kind of back here. And then this is 3 blocks wide, so if we do it off of this one, I think that would probably work. And then it's going to be 3 off of the center, so that should be this one. And then depending on how wide or long I want this thing to be, actually, hang on. So this is 1, 2, 3, 6. So if I did like another 6 off of here, how does that look for length? I mean, I think that's okay. Okay, so if I were to do this, it's not ideal. I'm trying to think of how to stabilize this thing in the center. And like I said, it is not ideal. So a simple way to do this would be to put a wheel on the end of a piston and then just kind of have that just stay extended out to a certain amount. And that should keep us relatively straight, because I mean, we're gonna have to deal with, I don't know if you can really see it here, but we've got like about 1/4 of a block of extra space in here. So if I were to go off of this block here, which is roughly aligned with, so if that's the first block, the second block, and this is kind of splitting the third block, if we're talking small grid, of course, and the other 2 blocks are under there. So there's no real way to make this work without getting a little ridiculously creative. But yeah, and then the center of this is just slightly above the bottom edge, or the top edge of this block. So the bottom edge of the block that would fit in there. So I mean, this lines up correctly. So we do need to keep this at a 45 and then build kind of diagonally to get those in there. So that's good. This is good because it's pushing up against that. So I think that will be fine. I don't know. And then as long as we're hooked up on that piston there, we can move this outside of one of these blocks so we can place the wheels and then pull it back on so that way it goes back onto the track. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But I'm just trying to think of the best way, oh man, to get this thing to stay centered. I mean, I could do a piston with a dead rotor and then just put a wheel on the end of the dead rotor and just have that spin. And then I'd have to move the piston out so that way the wheel just barely contacts this edge here. But that's subgrids, and subgrids are kind of notorious for not working out very well. Okay, hang on. What if... Okay, so how big would a small grid block be? Okay, why aren't you... Okay, now you... This is dumb. Okay, so go here, and I want to see kind of how big that is. Okay. So no, that's not going to work either. So this wall here is less than a small grid block wide. So I was thinking maybe I could put a wheel in here and just kind of push off of the end here. But that's not going to work either because it doesn't line up correctly. I mean, I could work on putting this together, I suppose. It's going to have to be at 45. Nope, 45. And then we'll increase that. That should get it to where it needs to be. And then once that's there, then we'll lock it. Are you where you need to be? Yes. Okay, good. And then I need you to lock and then turn off. Okay, so that should keep everything locked. We should have enough room for all of the things here. This game wants to unfreeze, of course. Okay, so let's see. What can we do here? So that needs to go there. And then we'll build the rotors off of this. First, need to make it a smart grid. Alright, so that can go there. We can do something like that. And then this thing needs to go there. Okay. Okay, so that is set up roughly where it needs to be set up. Good to go. Alright, so let's push this guy out. And then we'll get rid of this block here. So that we can place everything, hopefully. By wheels, and then some of these guys on the wheels, and then these ones have to be turned off. So dead rotors, good to go. Okay, and that should be all I need to do for that. And then this I should be able to build in there normally without having to worry about too much because that wheel should fit in there perfectly. And then we'll have this go all the way back in to where it needs to go. And those are spinning. Good. Good. Okay, and then this stuff we no longer need. So I'll just take it off of here and off of there, and that should get everything else taken apart. Okay. So that'll work for that. And we are over an hour, so I think I'm going to end this episode here. Actually, these are probably considered smart blocks, right? So if I get rid of those, and then also that in there is considered a smart block. There we go. So that'll work. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we are starting on kind of figuring out our last undeveloped area. So it's kind of where we are right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. But we'll get this up and running. And hopefully it'll turn out pretty nice once it's all done. And then I have to figure out all of the storage situation in here, which is going to be interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I don't know. We will figure it out. But that's all I got for now. So until the next time, have a good one.